Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys the best settings for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and these are settings to help you improve your game. Make sure you have the best, like, not the best graphic settings, but like the best response settings. So we're not trying to show you how good the game looks, you know? We're trying to make you look good at the game. So that's the thing we're gonna do with these settings, right? You know, this ain't no campaign little walkthrough thing, slow motion kind of thing. You know, we're not gonna show you how good Call of Duty Black Ops 6 can look. We're gonna show you how good you can look in Black Ops 6. So that's the thing right here. So first thing, go to your settings, all the way to the right. We'll start with controller first. So with controller, I am on PC, but I do play on controller, PS4 controller, and I play default flipped, which means I shoot with my bumpers instead of my triggers, even though I do have trigger stops. There's a lot of preference. If you've been playing with triggers for a while, stick with triggers. If you have smart triggers, which I do on my controller, the thing with shooting with triggers is it is a little bit slower, like a few seconds slower, because you have to push it all the way down until it reaches that little what is that, like that little thing to shoot. But with smart triggers, it does do it right away. So button layout, I do play flipped because I've been shooting with my bumpers for so long since PS4 came out. And triggers, I do have smart triggers as well, so that's just a preference right there, preference thing right here. But if you do shoot on triggers with no smart triggers, you're kind of at a little disadvantage because you do have a few seconds where you're not actually shooting while you're pushing it down. But bumpers are what I'm at. So, and I play on 6.6, which is pretty perfect. Maybe 7 I can maybe go to 7, but 6 is what I'm at. All this is off for me. And then right here, I played flip, and then with swap L1 and R2, the bumpers triggers, I swapped those out. I have that on. Controller vibrations off, even though I do have my rumblers out of my controller. This is the big one right here. This is what I was doing, what I forgot to change when I first started playing. And these are the settings right here. So for change your left dead zone stick, or your left stick, I don't know what I'm saying, the dead zone on your left stick on minimum, put that down. I think it starts you off at a high number. I forgot what it starts you off, but put it down to 3 and 3. I'd say you start off with 3 and 3, and then from there you work your way, see how you want. I do suggest your left stick should be lower than your right, and my right stick's at 4. But this is all preference. Like, this is all based on your controller. If your controller's messed up, you're gonna have to find the perfect dead zone where it doesn't move while you're idled, which means like while you're AFK, let go of your controller. If your controller's moving, either if he's walking sideways by himself slowly, then bump up the left dead zone, like bump it up a few numbers, see if it stops. And once it stops, that's your perfect dead zone. And then on your right stick too, when your character is like slowly looking to his right or to his left, that means your controller is bad dead zone. And you want to, you know, again, if it moves on its own, go up higher. But if it's not, I say 3 to 4 is a good setting right there. And then these ones I just 75, 76, just little thing right there. And then left trigger, right trigger, put them low. Not really much there, but that's what I have for controller settings. Aim settings, go to controller, go to aim advanced settings, and then go all the way down to aim response curve. Press X on that and then click on dynamic. I play on dynamic. It's the one that works the best for me. And then aim response slope scale, I'll leave that at 1 until we know more about it. But yeah, dynamic, make sure your aim assist is on dynamic. I think that works better. Standard's all right. Linear, I don't really play on that. I think it's more long range, I think. But dynamic is perfect. I've been playing that for all the CODs, so that's what I have right now. And for sliding, I have tap to slide, so you don't have to hold it or anything. Tap to slide works perfect. Yeah, that's it for that right there. So now let's go to the graphics settings. So for graphics, everything for me is custom. What you want to do is make sure you're on full screen exclusive. If you're not, you're gonna get some frame drops. It's gonna look like you're lagging a bit. It's gonna feel kind of clunky. But yeah, there's that one. The monitor you want to, obviously your graphics card, your highest refresh rate you can do. And then NVIDIA I put on plus boost, custom, all this stuff, off. What else is there? Off. So that is for display. And then for quality, make sure this is at 100. Your render resolution is at 100. I play on fidelity FX cast. And then for this one, let's see, yeah, show more, and I put the strength all the way to 100. Here's this off. And then for textures, I put normal off. You don't want your gun to be blurred, so we put that off. That field off. Low, you don't really need high. You know, if you want good gameplay, you don't want, you know, all this stuff on. Bullet impacts, I'm gonna turn that off. We don't need that. Shader quality, I'll put that at medium, low, very low. Shadows quality, you don't really need shadows. That just takes a lot of unnecessary toll on your PC. But water quality, water effect. I'll turn this off because you don't really need any of this stuff. So that's off. Apply. View. Motion reduction presets off. My field of view I play at 101. This honestly depends on how far you sit from your setup. If your monitor is far away, you might want to put your FOV lower so you can see things more. But if you're really close, a further FOV or higher FOV will make sense. So you can see everything. Field of view affected, and then field depth of view. I would do normal. If you do narrow, your gun does cover up a bit more of your screen. So you either default or wide is your gun. Wide makes your gun even smaller, which you can see a little bit more of your screen. There's just like milliseconds of things you can see on your screen. So, but narrow does make your gun look bigger and it takes up a lot more of your center screen. So narrow, I wouldn't play on narrow. But default or wide is perfect because you have more of your middle of your screen to you. And then this, default, and then world motion blur off, weapon motion blur off. Turn all that off. Flashbang, I put it inverted so my screen turns black instead of white. It's pretty cool. And now we go to the interface. So from here, we want to go to, let's see if there's anything here. Not much here. Whatever you want to show it while you're in game, but let me show you guys the new stuff that is pretty cool. So game HUD, the bounds, this right here, you see how it's going all the way to the right? For this, make sure it goes as tight as you can make it until it stops to the middle. So like here, let's say start off like this. Make sure it's as tight as it can towards the center of your screen, like that. So your minimap is like literally right there and not all the way to the top of your screen. Shape depends on you. There's all this stuff. Yeah, minimap shape. Yeah, that's all pretty much preference except for HUD preset standards. Okay, so it's not, I'm gonna do this with you guys too. So HUD presets, press X on that. Layout, I click standard, but there's all this right here, like where it sets it up differently for you if you want your minimap down here. Scout, classic. Okay, and this is what standard is. You can have your minimap over here on the right side. This kind of looks like BO3 classic or Black Ops 4. Yeah, inspired by Black Ops 4, you can see on the top right there. That was pretty nice. But yeah, there's all that. I'm just gonna keep standard, and we're gonna go to colors. And for colors, I would make your enemy one. Click on it, custom color, and just make it the brightest you can. Boom, red like that. Team is blue, custom colors. And let's just make our teammates as bright as we can. So that. And then you, I guess, so it's not, okay, I already did mine already. But yeah, there it is. Just make sure the enemy and your teammates are as bright, just like a little thing for your eyes, you know? And then also down here for Crosshair, this one's the coolest one. Crosshair, press X on it, don't press square on it yet. Press X and make sure it is static. So you can see on the right, it shows the off, no crosshair. If you're literally gonna go, if you got a center dot on your screen already, on, just regular with the crosshair and the dot. Static, your little dot in the middle does not move at all. It stays in the center, so you know where the center is at all times, and it stays there the whole time. So you have better centering instead of it being like jiggling around or bouncing around. It's static and it stays still. Center dot is only a dot on your screen only. Explain itself. Now what we do is press square, and down here you can see all these settings. Crosshair dot on, center dot scale default. The large one looks pretty, it's pretty big, covers a bunch of your screen, so I just leave that at default. Crosshair spread, opacity 100. But then right here we have this where you could change the color. Red crosshair, green. See how black looks. Black and white. But that's what it is. That's the new settings right here. A little bit more, or setting more personalized to you, which you can make a cool rank Crosshair. So yeah, guys, that's it right there. These are the settings for Modern Warfare. I mean, not Warfare. These are the settings for Black Ops 6. And again, we're not trying to make the game look good. We're trying to look good in the game. So there it is, the tips and tricks for your settings right there, guys. So if you did enjoy, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in a new one. Peace.